my good gracious Lord, how is everybody doing? What's poppin', my messy gang? Oh my goodness, I miss you. Anyway, what's poppin'? It's a good dreams. Welcome back to Jizzy Radio, place where we talk about celebrity gossip, celebrity news, trendy topics. If you're new here, kindly don't leave without subscribing. If you're a returning subscriber, I want to say special shout out to you. Now let's get straight into some mess. I have a couple of videos that we're going to talk about, but honey, let's just jump straight into this one. So, I've been seeing these conversations online in TZ on who are the international artists. Okay, they've been talking about, is Diamond the only artist who should be considered an international artist, since is the only artist who have had collaboration with international artists, for example, Nigerians, of course, and Americans. But today they've decided to discuss JUMA jigs. Okay, so they were discussing, is he really considered an international artist? First of all, we must remember what is international, or rather global, as they put it, right? So local is a local artist. National is somewhat county or state. But when you talk international is when you're being heard and also winning outside your country. At least in my opinion. Is Jukes doing that? Absolutely yes. If that's the merit that you guys are measuring who is international and who's not, Jukes is definitely doing that. You can't put someone like Mario or someone like Harmonize above Jukes, yet they can't do what Jukes has done. Diamond cannot do what Jukes did in Nigeria up to less than 4 months ago. Yes, we still remember Dirty December. Okay, and not to talk about Ikweji, because I stand 10 toes down that because of him, the song is doing whatever it is that it's doing in West Africa. Okay, when we're talking about global, do I think that because Wizkid, Davido, and Burna Boy, and some other artists who are from Africa, for example, like Tyler, that Jukes is on their caliber? Not yet, right? They are somewhat global or international. But I'm judging it based off of what Tanzanians are judging it from. There are some people who barely have numbers on Spotify above Jukes, yet he's nowhere on Spotify, one of the most important streaming platforms on planet Earth. For musicians, of course. Let's talk about that, okay? She first started by saying that you can't be called international artist just because you have a collaboration with an international artist, right? She also added that for you to be considered international artist, you must have your own, apart from your local fan base and national fan base, also international fan base. You must have some sort of influence to why that song that you did with that international artist being big. For example, if you're an artist from Africa and you had a song with, let's say, Chris Brown, you can't be considered international not unless you have a fan base that can equal or can somewhat do numbers or help that song that you do with Chris Brown for it to be international. But you can't be a local artist and then you have a song with someone, let's say like Wizkid, and that song go viral, and now you think that all of a sudden you are international. That is not the case. And I agree with him up until that point, right? Because it's true, you don't have to depend on the bigger artist fan base to push this song for you to be considered international. I was him up until that point. But let's listen to what he said, or rather what the other guy said that pissed me off. I almost snatched him off the phone. But for example, artists who can bring numbers wherever they have these wherever they have a song with these bigger artists, like for example Diamond Platnumz, Ray Vani, and Juma Jukes. And Muchaga Chiatha said, oh, Jukes is not an international artist yet, he's an up and coming international artist. And the lady said, no, let me tell you why he's an international artist. Okay, let me put you on a timeout, Miss Mamas, Aliyah. Let me respond to that, okay? If you're judging international artists based on your merits, I would say Jukes is somewhere head on with the Diamond Platnumz, because let's just keep it back, okay? So Ray Vani had a song way back called Tetema. This same song, okay, there's an artist who was big back in the day, you know what I'm saying, kind of, you know, died down a little bit. His name is Maluma. They did a remix. That song went so big, okay? And the reason why that song went so big wasn't because of Ray Vani, and I'll tell you why. Ray Vani also had a song, the same song. They did another remix with a girl called That Hakimi's Girlfriend, yeah? And the same song got somewhat some numbers. And the reason why I'm telling you it's not because of him, the same numbers could have been appearing on his solo projects, right? Anyway, let's hear Aliyah what she has to say. Thank you, goddammit! And now, I hate these people who like to change the goalpost, yo. I hate these people who, when they can't argue logic, then tend to change the story or change the script because they feel like they're losing. So, Aliyah, go ahead and say, the reason why you're saying artists like Diamond, artists like Ray Vani are international is because they're out here winning these awards. The same awards that Jukes is winning, by the way. And I'll say again, in order for me to give Diamond the respect that I feel like he deserves, is for him to go back in the UK and do what him and Jukes did last year by himself. I want Diamond to go in Nigeria and do what Jukes did there by himself. Okay, by Diamond Platnumz, of course. I want Ray Vani to go in Nigeria and do that. Then maybe we can have a different conversation. But you can't be out here, okay, saying that the reason why you can't put Jukes on top, okay, is because of the same things that Jukes already have. So why are you trying not to put him on top? Nigga, screw you! Screw you! Oh my God, gracious Lord! They make me shake my left nyash now. This dude, the lady go ahead and ask the guy, tell me, what is an international artist? Because you're saying that Jukes is not an international artist, right? I want you to tell me the definition. First, he said, no, I did not say he's not an international artist. I just say he's adding to be an international artist. And the lady said, okay, tell me, what is an international artist in your own definition, right? And the dude go ahead and said that I want him to win awards. I want him to be listened to countries which not only speak his own language, but I also want him to have songs with other people which he did not ask. He wants the other people, the superstars, to be the one to ask him the collaborations, right? I'm like, bro, are you effing kidding me right now? God damn, you are literally describing what Jukes has been out here doing, okay? You did not have the dirty December because there's nowhere on planet Earth, not under my watch, are you guys gonna downplay that? That is something that you guys must do for me to put in some respect on your names. He go ahead and describe all these things, and for him to feel good about himself, typical narcissist, is to say, oh, but I want the collaboration to be that the other guy is the one who is asking the collaboration, not him. I'm like, how sure are you that all them collaborations that Jukes have had, he is the one who asked them? Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest for once. The same merits that you guys are out here saying that you must accomplish all this for us to consider you an international artist are what Mr. Juma Jukes Mkambala Musa has already done. What else do you all want him to do? Huh? Lord of mercy. You guys need some help. That is just my opinion. You guys need some help. You can't be out here arguing, and when you can't argue, you put in a little bit of a shady to make you feel good while you are arguing. Like we expected you to come up with something that we haven't seen. Anyway, it is what it is. Keep it classy, stay busy. I'm coming back with more.